You guys, it's Karen and I have another big haul for you. There's a lot of hair products to talk about here and I've got quite a few makeup bits as well and a couple of skincare. I'm still comfort shopping. I had a bit of a rough week and then emotionally wise over Dad, and then I started to feel a little bit better this week just gone, but I've also had my typical head problems back for 10 days now. This is day 10, and why am I able to do this video? Because the morning isn't so bad at all. I can take my painkillers and it is bearable at the moment. Although my voice sounds really loud, but as the day goes on it gets worse. But anyway, I talk about all of that. I'm still doing the grief diaries over on my Life as a Zebra channel and talking about my health battles that are going on at the moment. Menopause, all that kind of thing is over on that channel. It's very rare that I have my hair down in a video simply because I'll be constantly doing this, and so I have hairsprayed this a bit, and I hope that I won't be doing that annoying thing of moving it out of the way, because I find that really frustrating when I'm watching other people do it. But bear with me if I do. So where will I even start with this? Let me start with skincare, and the first item I bought was this, the Hydraluron Moisture Jelly. Love this. I've loved this for years. I'm sure I've showed this in kind of yearly favourites and holy grail favourites. I use this as a night cream. Even though it is a jelly, it is super hydrating. I've never found another one, I don't think, that is just, you know, like a gel type product like that that really does moisturize and not make my skin feel tight. So I love this on its own, or I love this over like an oil, you know, just to seal everything in. It's really, really nice. I noticed that I had a lot of SPFs, and there's two videos that I want to watch about mineral sunscreens, but I'm sort of not letting myself watch them just yet because I know I want to buy some, but I've got a lot of sunscreens to get through, and it's not like we get sun every day here in Scotland. But I did notice that I don't have an awful lot of night creams, and this is what I use as a night cream. So I love that one, and that's a repurchase. The next one is also a repurchase. I should have said I love the fact that this is in a jar, but it's one of those pumps, so you don't have to stick your fingers in. This one, I do have to stick my fingers in, but I can't remember if I've tried to decant this into an airless pump before, because I have got airless pump dispensers. But this one is called the Revolution Mattify Boost Niacinamide Mattifying Cream. And although it says mattifying, it doesn't feel like it makes my skin feel tight. I have got quite dry, dehydrated skin, and this feels lovely as a night cream. Again, on its own or over anything else to sort of seal it in. I love the fact that it's got niacinamide in it. I don't love many of the Revolution skincare products. So a lot of them have got fragrance in or alcohol or both, you know, high up the list, and this one doesn't. So I really, really like this, and this is another repurchase. Really enjoyed using this. So I don't know whether I'll try and decant that or not, because it's quite a thick cream. Not sure about that, but I love the cream that much that I'm able to get over it. The final skincare item I bought is this. This is the Indeed Labs Hydraluron Intense Moisture Lotion. I saw this and I was like, have I tried that before? At first I was like, oh, that looks good. And I was like, have I tried this before? No, I don't remember that I have. That's what it comes out like. And I feel like I'm at that stage in life where my memory is getting so bad about everything, because I've not always had a great memory anyway. And I remember this one particular time coming home from meeting my friend in Edinburgh and saying to Kev, oh, I'm so excited. I got a Psychologist for Dummies book today. I can't wait to read it. And he was like, you have that on the bookshelf. And then he did something similar, like he rented the same film 3 times in a row or something like that. Anyway, I don't think I've ever been so bad with beauty stuff, but I seem to be buying things that I've actually used in the past and not enjoyed. This is one of them. I love how it feels. I love the little pump dispenser. Beautiful feeling lotion. It's sort of a mix between a lotion and cream. You can see it's not a lotion as in it's not runny, but it's not a thick cream. It's lovely and lightweight feeling, really moisturising. I probably will use it for a hand cream as I'm doing now, but it pills with everything. Every single thing I use with this, I end up just with balls all over my face. I don't like it at all. That really puts me off. And as soon as it started happening, I was like, yep, that's what happened last time I bought this, and that's why I have never bought it again. What I was actually looking for, what I wanted to buy, was the Boots Ingredients Hyaluronic Acid Moisture. I don't know whether it's lotion or cream, but it's in a little, like this, like a little tube, but they didn't seem to have it in the store I was in, so I bought this instead. But no, not for me. My goodness, you guys, this is going to be a long video. I'll try to be a bit quicker, although I know some of you enjoy the longer videos. Right, let me start with some hair care. Firstly, I bought this. This is the Paul Mitchell Shampoo 2. That's how much my mind races ahead. It was reading the 2 bit before I had finished saying the name. Clarifying, removes build-up, blah, blah, blah. So it's a clarifying shampoo. Paul Mitchell are cruelty-free. In fact, I think some of their products are vegan. It doesn't say on the front of that. And this was suggested by one of you guys, so thank you very much for that. It's quite expensive. I can't remember the exact price. And I don't love the smell. It's a very strong, I think it might be lemon that it smells of, but I really enjoyed this. I only needed to use a tiny amount. And you guys know that for me, that is a big statement because I normally use a lot of everything. And I've never had a shampoo like that where I'm like, oh, a tiny little bit sort of foams up all over my hair. My hair was left feeling really lovely, squeaky clean. Really, really enjoyed this. And actually, this is quite a big bottle. This is a 500ml bottle. So like I said, I can't remember the exact price, but I felt like it wasn't too bad. You know, I was always put off buying expensive shampoos because of having to use a lot and using them often, and so they wouldn't last very long. But I think this one might well last me a while. Okay, then I bought 3 conditioners from the same brand because they are cruelty-free. Giovanni. I have got their non-aerosol hairspray that I use that I really like. I use that when I put like my Velcro rollers in and whatnot. And I'm still looking for the perfect cruelty-free conditioner that's really thin and that, you know, keeps my hair tangle-free for a couple of days. I've yet to find it. So I bought all 3 of these. The first one is the Ultra Moist Conditioner for dry, damaged hair. The second one is the Ultra Sleek Conditioner for all hair types. And the third one is the Smoother Silk Deeper Moisture Conditioner for damaged hair. So I have used all 3 of these once. These 2 I've only used once. And then this one I've used twice. That's what I used on my hair yesterday. And I mixed this. You can see I've used quite a lot of it. I do use a lot of conditioner. And I mixed this with the, do you remember I bought those Osmo hair colours? I mixed this with a bit of the one that's called Purple Rouge and a little bit of the Warm Chestnut as well, just to see what would happen. And it's all, if you can see, it's very, very uneven. In that this part of my hair is more my natural colour. That's kind of like my natural colour up there. You can see that light ginger. But I do like it. I definitely like that Osmo conditioner. Talking of hair colour, I do really enjoy those Osmo hair colours that are just conditioners because they're really, really vibrant. They're the most vibrant conditioning colour that I've seen, and they do seem to be washing out. Before I put this other colour on, it did look to me like I was back to my original colour, which is kind of, you know, like I said, this sort of light strawberry blonde is my colour. And do you remember I said that I was finding a lot of colours didn't wash out? And the reason I thought that was I'd often look at the ends and I could see some red in it versus my own sort of lighter colour. But also when I was watching myself back on camera, it would often look like I had roots, and people would even comment, you know, say you've got natural hair but you haven't because we can see your roots. And I used to think, but you know, I've only used a wash in wash out colour, I've never used a semi-permanent colour, but it did look like I had roots. And I think what it might have been is when I put my hair up and then put like a spotlight on. I've just put a spotlight on there. I don't know whether it won't have the same effect because I've not got my hair up in that sort of half up, half down situation. But I've got a feeling that may have been what I was seeing and what everybody was seeing, because the spotlight that I've got there would have shone on this bit, so made this bit look lighter. I don't know for sure, but I certainly think the other Osmo ones are washing out better. Anyway, onto these conditioners. All 3 of them are just okay. I've got to use these 2 a bit more. I used this one yesterday. My hair does feel nice and tangle free today, but I've used another couple of products that I'm going to tell you about. And I don't know whether it will still feel tangle free tomorrow. When I used them all the first time, my hair again was okay. It wasn't like, oh wow, it was amazingly soft, amazingly tangle free. It was just like, yeah, this is okay. And the following day I could feel that it had tangles in it. So none of them have been a winner so far, but I will keep on trying with those, and I'll definitely be using them up. You know, none of them weighed my hair down or made it feel greasy or anything like that. Okay, onto styling products. I'm always looking for good volume products. I do have a couple from Charles Worthington and I think one from Mark Hill maybe that are not too bad, but they're sort of mousses and things like that. And I like sprays and I like sort of luxury hair care. I've always really loved luxury hair care. So I bought these 2. One is Living Proof Full Root Lift, and this is a spray, and this one is the Ouia volume spray. I like the idea of using a spray because it just means I don't have to get stuff on my hands. What I'll often do is used stuff on my hands and then it feels all sticky and I turn around to grab a towel and I've left it in the bathroom and blah, blah, blah. I know it's a silly little thing, but also I know that the Ouai products, some of them smell really delicious. So I bought these two. I don't even know if I've tried this out. I don't think I've tried this one yet. I don't remember anything about it. I've had a few things here that I've been trying to use just on their own to test them out, but this I have used. Doesn't look like I have, but I used a lot and I actually sprayed that quite a few times. I sprayed that on my hair yesterday before putting my Velcro rollers in. It gives some volume. It smells amazing. What's the smell of this? Don't know what it smells like, but it smells lovely. Yeah, I used this yesterday with my Velcro rollers and you can see I've got a bit of volume, as in my hair is sort of sitting up here, although I have put some hairspray in it, like I said. But I think overall it's a bit flatter than it normally would be with using my PhD 5-in-1 Good Hair Day styling cream, I think it's called, a styling lotion, or the mousses. It doesn't give quite as much volume as that. It's a very, very soft volume. I don't know whether maybe if you had fine hair it would work a bit better, but I really like it because it's a product that I can overload on my hair and it didn't feel like it was weighing it down. It smelt lovely. It was a real pleasure to use. So I've enjoyed that, but it wouldn't be what I'd turn to if I was really wanting to give some oomph to my hair. And like I said, I didn't try that one, but I will do next time I wash my hair. Then I bought some leave-in products. This is the Living Proof Restore Repair Leave-In. I've yet to try this on its own. What I will say is I used it combined with this, which is the Ouai hair oil. I'm so glad I only got the tiny bottle. I put these orders in and there was one from Cult Beauty, one maybe from Feel Unique or Beauty Bay, I can't remember, but you'll see when I link everything. And I was going to buy this, but they were out of stock in this size, the smallest size. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to buy a big size because what I've discovered about Ouai is that some of the products smell like jasmine. One of the ones I'm going to talk about in a moment does. And I don't like the smell of jasmine. That wave spray smells nothing like jasmine. So I know they don't use it in every product. But anyway, so I went to another website and bought the smaller size, this little sort of travel size. And what was I saying? Oh my God, I go off on such tangents. That I used these two together after one of those conditioners and my hair felt amazing, but I wasn't sure which one it was. Yesterday I used this plus the wave spray, and these are the only two things I used in my hair after using that Ultra Sleek conditioner. And like I said, my hair feels okay. So potentially it was this that made my hair feel lovely, or it might be the combination of the two of these, I don't know. So I am going to use, the next time I wash my hair, which will probably be today or tomorrow, I will use this one, the Living Proof Root Lift plus the Living Proof Leave-In Restore Repair Leave-In Conditioner, and see how I get on. That's how I make sure that I don't waste products. If I've got conditioners like these that are okay, but my hair still doesn't feel amazingly tangle free, I will just amp up on the leave-in products that I use afterwards. I've got the Ouai leave-in conditioner, which doesn't smell like jasmine, but again, you can see I've used it a little bit. I can't even remember when I used this, but I need to test this a bit more before I say whether this is good or not. I mean, it's really good in that you can see how thick it is, but it does actually spray in a nice mist. So I don't know how they've managed that. It's obviously just ingredients, you know. So I'm looking forward to trying that one on its own and seeing how I get on. And then finally, I bought the Ouai finishing cream, and this is the one I'm disappointed in. I'm only disappointed because it smells like jasmine. And I don't like the smell of jasmine. I keep hoping that I'll get used to it. I did used to like the smell of jasmine years and years ago, but now I don't know why. It just, there's something I don't like about it. And so this is one of those that you put on your hair and you can smell it in your hair. I used like literally a pea-sized amount on my hair and was like, uh-oh, jasmine, you know. So I don't know whether I'll use this again. I'm not gonna give it away because your smell can change over time, you know. And they're products that you don't think the smell is nice, you can end up loving, because the Living Proof smells kind of weird and I didn't like it in the beginning, but now I love the smell. So I don't know, but apart from that, it's really nice. It's just nice to sort of smooth down any sort of frizzes, you know, after blow drying and whatnot. Okay, you guys, onto makeup. I have got some face products. I went a bit mad at buying some different colours in foundation because I've still got this urge to try and get used to not wearing self tanner. There's several reasons why. One, because of these lines, which come with the amount of weight I've put on, and also age is making them worse, it's really hard to get a smooth self-tan on my neck. Secondly, because I avoid using my Differin, my Adapalene, or any kind of acids on my neck, because I know that that will contribute to the tan being patchy, depending on the acid. But I would like to use my skincare products on my neck and not worry about a self tanner, and I would like to not have all different colours of foundations. But I did this sort of foundation test and I did swatches of all my foundations and realised that I didn't have many of my own skin tone light foundations. So what I did was I ordered a few in ones that I know I love. So the first thing I got was this. This is the Kiko Instamoisture. This is in 1N. The colour that I've got on today is, this is Kiko Instamoisture in 1.5N. So I got 1.1N and I also got 1R, which is a more pinky colour, just to see if I can wear a lighter foundation when my self-tan runs out. Will that maybe make me feel better about not having a self-tan on? I know that some of it's just habit because I've been doing it for 30 years. I've been wearing a self-tanner on my face and neck, you know, so it may just be habit, like was do you remember when I used to wear the thick line under my eyes? But I don't know. So the best chance I thought I would have is if I use a foundation that I know I love, and I know I love that one. I also know that I love this one, and this may be a bit of a surprise because I did say I wasn't going to repurchase this. It's the No7 Hydraluron Moisturising Foundation, and I said how much I loved it. The one thing I don't like is that it's got retinol palmitate in it, and I wish it didn't have that in it. I've talked about why before, and I said, well, I'll probably use it, like, you know, for going out in the evening or if it's not a sunny day and whatnot. But the amount of times I've used it and loved it shows what a really good foundation it is for me. And it's a really nice daily foundation. It is moisturising for me. It doesn't make my skin dry or anything like that. Not that any of them make my skin dry, but any of the others. But, you know, you can see with this being Instamoisture and this one being Hydraluminous, I'm more into hydrating, moisturising foundations. I suppose what I mean is they don't look as cakey. So I bought this one in Calico. This one is Cool Vanilla. This is the one I usually wear, but I got this in Calico, which is the colour above it, and Porcelain, which is the colour above that. So I shall give those a try and see if I can get used to seeing me with lighter skin. And then finally, I bought this one because I can't remember what I thought of this. This is the No7 Stay Perfect Super Light Foundation. And I think that this is a dupe of a Chanel foundation that I don't even know if Chanel still do. But I think I might have liked this when I used it. So this is in Calico. It's one of those that you need to shake, and it's very liquidy, which I like in a foundation. So I'll let you know how I get on with that one. The final face item I bought is this. This is the Revolution Pressed Powder Infinite Universal Pressed Powder with Niacinamide. And I just thought that was kind of cool that it had niacinamide in it. But I opened it and was like, oh my God, that's not translucent, that's white. And it really is quite white. It's not quite as bad as I thought it would be when I put it on, but you can see that it does make me look kind of pale when I put it on. But I don't know how much of that would be noticeable to anybody else. Let me show you putting it on. Where's those brushes gone? Let me put it on with this. I was using this in another video to put on the Hourglass Infinity powder. So at least I can map myself down with this. Maybe it's not too bad. I remember I put it on one half of my face and thought, wow, that's really white. But, so you can tell me what you think. But other than that, it is actually really nice. It's not so white that I'm not going to use it. So I actually prefer pressed powders than I do loose powders. And yet I have a whole bunch of loose powders in there. Okay, onto eyes. I bought 3 NYX Slide On Glide On, are they called still? Probably, but these are pencil eyeliners. And this one is in Golden Bronze. And I actually had this one and I went to use it under my eyes and it was completely dried out. Let me put all of these colours on. And so that prompted me to buy another one because I did always enjoy it, although I don't use it that much. And I've actually got this green one on under my eyes, although you can't see it very much. So that's Golden Bronze. I can't remember the name of this one. Jewel. And then this one is Olive something. Golden Olive. I just think these are lovely to put under your eye and give sort of a pop of colour. Like I say, this green one doesn't show quite as much as I thought it would. Let me thicken the line and see if you can see it a bit more there. What I normally do with them, and where you can normally see the colour, is put a black waterline liner in, and then that really makes it look a bit of a colour pop. And yeah, I just really enjoy these pencils by NYX. The other thing I bought from Kiko is a Ultimate pen, this is called. It's just a felt tip liner. And actually, let me show you the other eyeliner I bought from NYX, which is the matte liquid liner. This is the one you guys know I love. What I've actually been doing, and this sounds like a bit of a faff, but I've been using the liquid liner as my eyeliner, as I have been doing for years, and then I've been using a felt tip pen to do that corner little flick that I'm doing. It's not a massive flick, but I find it easier to do with a felt tip pen. And so it's perhaps something you can try if you've been wanting to do a flick. If I use the liquid one, as soon as you blink, it sort of seems to go everywhere, whereas with a felt tip pen, it's a much finer tip and it's sort of almost instantly dry, so it's much easier to do. But I prefer this for the line over my lid because it's more intense and it's more black. So this one I know I love. This one by Kiko has been okay so far. I don't think this will be a repurchase for me. I think there's plenty of black felt tip liners on the market, you know, in the cruelty-free range that I can buy, and this one has just been okay. Considering I'm first using it, I would have expected it to be a bit more intense, and I had to, you know, have to go over it quite a few times to get it to be completely black. So I don't expect that'll be a repurchase. From Kiko, I also bought a mascara. This is Effect Volume and Definition. Maxi Mod it's called. And this one is, I think I've got this one in a sort of limited edition packaging. It's just that tiny little brush, and it reminds me of one that I used to love from MAC. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this, whether or not it will be sort of holy grail status, because I still haven't found a mascara that I'm like, that's it, I'm done now, I'll just buy that one. But I'm happy to give that another try, and I think that'll be one that I would enjoy. But I can't remember why it wasn't Holy Grail status. Finally, for eyes, I bought these little e.l.f. Liquid type. I think they're called glitter eyeliners. And let me do swatches for you. And actually, this first one that I used, what colour does that say? Copper Pop. I don't think that does look particularly coppery. And then the next one is Flirty Birdie. The first one I used was the copper, and I thought, I don't think it looks copper, and I didn't love it until I went out into my car, and actually in the natural light it looked a lot nicer. I didn't enjoy the Flirty Birdie one, it just looked a bit plain to me, but this one was actually really nice. They were both a bit creased by the end of the day. They didn't stay on perfectly, so I don't know. The Flirty Birdie one I won't be using again, but I will give this, the copper one, another go and see what I think. The final two items that I bought were lipsticks, and I think I like both of them. The first one is the one that you can see I am wearing, and this is the Stila liquid lipstick in Beso. But this is Beso Shimmer, which I think is really weird because I think there's no shimmer on this whatsoever. But I'm just always trying to find the perfect red lipstick for me, you know, and even if I like Google how to figure out the perfect lipstick, I can never figure out, well, what is exactly my skin tone? And so I think it's best, honestly, to just try different lipsticks and see which one you go, yeah, that's the one for me. And I think this one is not too bad, although my husband thinks that this washes me out a bit and that I need a more pinky red. But I'm having fun trying, and I know that I like the Stila liquid lipsticks. So yeah, I'm not sure. I still think I prefer seeing myself in a nude lipstick. Talking of nude, this is the final lipstick I bought. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte, and this is in Holy Chic. I have never seen this colour before. I had to go on the Selfridges website to get it, and I love it. I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's one for me. It is perfect. It's just that lovely, really muted pink, like a dusty pink, a nude pink, you know, and I think that would go perfectly with my, if they still did it, Too Faced Perfect Nude Lip Liner. But I love that, and actually I have that on Instagram with, I wasn't talking about the lipstick, I was talking about the eyes, I think. But a couple of people asked, well, what's the lip colour, because it was really pretty on. And I really like that. And again, I like the Too Faced Melted Matte lipsticks. Just having a smell of them there, that smells lovely. That smells like kind of vanilla. But I have got the Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee, and I put it on the other day and it smelled like paint thinner, and so I've thrown that one out. I think it's just the length of time I had it. Okay, you guys, that is everything that I bought. Quite a lot there. I don't think I'm waiting for anything to arrive. I am waiting for Deciem to have in stock that niacinamide powder. I'm very curious to try that, so I will be coming to review that for you as soon as it's out. And there's a couple of other things I want to buy from the Deciem site. But other than that, I feel like I've slowed down a bit, you know, because like I said, I'm feeling a little bit better emotionally this week, but not great physically, but not as in need of comfort shopping this week. So I hope you've enjoyed all of these hauls, and it'll maybe get you some things to put on your wish list, which I apologise for, because I know that a lot of you are like, I'm enabling you to spend money, but hopefully I can also cross some things off when I tell you things that are a bit rubbish. That's everything. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will speak to you again soon.